Yo, what's going on, man? Free game all day, man. Like, subscribe my channel, man. Hit that like button, man. Hey, listen, check this out. What I just want to know, like, what are like most of you guys actually dating for? Now, what is the reason why you're actually dating? Because if you don't have a certain purpose when it comes to dating, then why are you dating? You know, like, are you dating just to have sex? Are you dating just to have companionship, to somebody to deal with time to time? Are you dating to just because you feel like you're attractive and you can possibly be dating some people? Because some people, a lot of attractive people you see, they're not really fucking with nobody. Then they do fuck with somebody, they probably fucking with one person, maybe. It depends on the person, but I think that when it comes, like, I think for a man, I'm say a man, right? So, and I'm gonna tell you, and so I want to start it off like that, like, ask guys, why are you dating? I want guys to understand this. Seriously, you have to have some decent game about yourself if you plan on dating out here. I'm dead serious. I'm for real. You got to have some decent game. Listen, this ain't how I used to be. At one point, it used to be kind of sweet, but what happens is the game evolve with time. So at one point out here, just think about this. At one point out here, there was no social media, right? None at all, no kind of social media. If you and it girls, people really based shit off of like what it was when they seen you. So they saw you in person, that was just who you represented. You know, that's it. And that still does matter. But now the representation is social media. So now social media has like taken over to where you can see a motherfucker out and be like, damn, that's so and so, man. Like, damn, she hot. Or that's it, nigga. That's that old boy right there. And at the same time, because you have built whatever you built on social media, that's what they're gonna identify you as. So if you is a bad, fine ass broad and the motherfucker see you out, the motherfucker gonna know you're fine for the most part, but it depends on how fine you are. So so it's like this here chicken, she be like, oh, well, she ain't really all that in person. Or she alright in person. You know what I'm saying? But on social media, you could be a whole star. So the thing is that these guys growing up now, coming up now in the game. So I'm 42 years old. I've been out there for a while. You know what I'm saying? But I also came up during a different time, a different period of people. So it's a lot of women that they still are like this, but it's a lot of women that represent themselves, period, like on social media. Like they just, they this, they that. But really they might be just some easy freaks. And just somebody you can hit. But because social media has built up this persona, like they are more than what they represent, then now you're dealing with, like, you got to get past. So guys now are doing more things than guys used to do back then. Back then, they probably didn't take all that. Back then, a motherfucker do some shit to be kicking it with a broad. And look, now I ain't say all of them and like that, but a lot of them, like, you smoke a blunt with them, and that's all you really had to do, because they probably smoke too. Or it's probably a lot of shit went behind closed doors. There's a lot of girls, they just like, see now, they got the shit going like, oh, if you go out on a date, are you promised, are you going on a trip? Now it's a trip. If you go on a trip, are you going, you're not obligated to fuck. I remember one period of time, if you go on a date with somebody, like y'all go kick it, y'all go out to eat, shit, you probably gonna end up hitting, like for real. You know what I'm saying? You probably gonna end up really fucking them, like that really might happen, you know what I'm saying? And there was some chicks that was operating like that. Like every guy they went out with like that, shit, they gave him some pussy too. And see, so I'm telling you, social media just changed the realness of dating back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Now it's more like a show. You know, it's not like it still goes down, but it just that they it's like they put another layer of icing on top of it. They kind of like make it a little bit like another obstacle for guys, you know, because now they want to represent and act like I seen some shit. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna give you a good example, right? And the guy said this. Wilt Chamberlain, he claimed he fucked. I forgot the number, but it was a lot. I don't want to say 100,000. I'm not really sure, but it was a lot of women, whatever the number was. And not one time, Wilt Chamberlain, a basketball player now. It ain't he the greatest basketball player, but he was a basketball player. Wilt Chamberlain, you didn't hear that one time somebody saying that he raped them, that he sexually assaulted them, that this is somebody who stated, I want to say he said something like 10,000. I don't know, but that's a lot of women. But no woman had ever accused him of anything. He had to go to court. He had to do some time, rape, physical abuse, any of that. And he claimed he fucked that many women. Okay. So you got today, niggas today walking around here and they catching cases. They getting time. They have lawsuits against them because these women want to get paid because they're saying that this person raped them. I mean, do y'all understand what I'm saying? Times was different back then. Shit, and back when with Chamberlain, that was a long time ago. But at the same time, the women mindset wasn't that far from like me coming up like in the 90s from, let's say like the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like they were still kind of transitioning a little bit, but because we didn't have access to a lot of stuff, it was still the same. You know what I'm saying? How they acted, how they carried themselves, the shit they did. You know, I mean, shit evolved, but it didn't involve that level. So that's what I'm saying. So if you ain't out here, man, a young brother dating, and you just taking situations like you looking for something, like I would not be looking for nothing. I wouldn't be looking for shit. I'll be about my paper. I'll be about getting my situation good, and I'll just be about bettering myself. If you come across somebody who seems like they're genuine enough and they show you and they prove to you that they're genuine, then I go with that. But as far as taking any of these people, these women now seriously, hell no. Cause of social media. You know what I'm saying? Cause of social media, man, I'm telling you, man, they fucked up the whole layer of the shit and it gave motherfuckers it's another obstacle to get to know. Now, sometimes it's sweet. I mean, sometimes it's okay, and you don't have to worry about going out your way to meet people. But don't ever give up on that way. And at the same time, all I'm saying is, I just wouldn't be out here like volunteering myself to be including myself in people's lives, and I know they're not good people, or just because the motherfucker look good or some shit like that. Like no, like you have to have some value for yourself. You have to be in some kind of way. You got to be for yourself, man. But anyway, it is what it is. Free game all day, man. Hey, y'all be easy.